out her career playing the baby boy in the famous christening scene of The Godfather. Now she's a grown woman nominated for Best Director. Talk about range. And he's a 5-time Oscar winner. Please welcome the only 64-year-old man and 32-year-old woman in Hollywood not dating each other, the Coppolas, Sophia and Francis Ford.
Sophia, I always wanted you to be part of the family business. To take a story that comes from another, to keep true to his or her vision and adapt it into a great screenplay takes a unique gift. Only a few writers possess.
The gift my father speaks of was in abundance this year as some extraordinary writers took some wonderful stories and helped bring them to life on the movie screen. The nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay are Robert Pulcini and Sherry Springer Berman for American Splendor, based on the comic book series American Splendor by Harvey Pekar and Our Cancer Year by Harvey Pekar and Joyce Brabner. Braulio Mantovani for City of God, based on the novel Cidade de Deus by Paulo Lins. Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, and Peter Jackson for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, based on the book by J.R.R. Tolkien. Brian Helgeland for Mystic River, based on the novel by Dennis Lehane. Gary Ross for Seabiscuit, based on the book by Laura Hillenbrand.
I have the pleasure of announcing the Oscar goes to Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, Peter Jackson for Lord of the Rings.
This is the second Academy Award tonight for Fran Walsh, and first Oscar for Philippa Boyens and director Peter Jackson.
Okay, we grew up loving these books. We had no idea that we were going to go grey trying to make them into movies. And we have so many people that we need to thank, but the first person we absolutely must thank is Professor J.R.R. Tolkien. Without him, we wouldn't be standing here. I want to thank my parents, John and Jane Boyens, who gave me those books to read, my wonderful brother David, my sister Nikki, my beautiful children Callum and Phoebe, and Ken Cummins, Barry Osborne, Howard Shaw. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Most of all, I want to thank these two people standing behind me.
Thank you. Thank you, New Line, Cinema, Mark Ordesky, especially for all your script support along the way. And we want to say hi to our kids, Billy and Katie, for putting up so much with Mum and Dad working on this film all their lives. They're only 7 and 8 years old. And I especially just lastly want to thank our wonderful cast who just got their tongues around this rather awkward text and made it come to life with such emotion and passion and heart. So thank you very, very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tom Cruise.
This year's 5 nominees for Best Director come from 3 different continents. They include Academy veterans and first-timers. Their projects ranged from a low-budget movie shot in 27 days and an epic that took several years to complete. But as different as they are, they all share one thing in common: an incredible talent for filmmaking. The nominees for achievement in directing are For City of God, Fernando Meirelles. For Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Peter Jackson. For Lost in Translation, Sofia Coppola. For Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Peter Weir. For Mystic River, Clint Eastwood. And the Oscar goes to Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings.
This is the second Academy Award tonight for Peter Jackson, including his nomination this year for Best Motion Picture and Adapted Screenplay for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This is his 8th nomination.
Thank you.
Wow, look, thank you so much for the Academy and for all our... You're giving us an incredibly overwhelming night, and we just appreciate it so much. Bob Shea and Michael Lynn, God, you did the most risky thing that I think anyone has ever done in this industry, and I'm so happy for you that it paid off. Your collaboration and your partnership and your support just gave me the most incredible working experience of my life. To Barry Osborne, our producer, thank you so much, Barry, for just being there every day and supporting us. To our wonderful cast, our wonderful crew in New Zealand, everybody that made my working day so enjoyable. It was just there when I needed it to be there, and the actors were just doing such a wonderful job. And I just want to thank two very special people that when I was 8 years old, I made films at home on a Super 8 camera that my mum and dad had bought for me. And they supported me all through the years, and they died in the last few years. They didn't see these films made. So for Bill and Joan, thank you. Thank you.
Please welcome Steven Spielberg.
There's a reason they save Best Motion Picture for last. It's the sum of all the ingredients, the end of a journey that always starts with a dream. And this year, those dreams were prompted by the J.R.R. Tolkien Lord of the Rings trilogy, by Patrick O'Brien's massive Aubrey Maturin novels, Laurie Hildenbrand's tribute to a fabled racehorse, Dennis Lehane's tautly written crime drama, and in a moment when two disaffected characters meet in a foreign landscape. These then are the nominees for Best Motion Picture. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Barry M. Osborne, Peter Jackson, and Fran Walsh, producers. Lost in Translation, Ross Katz and Sofia Coppola, producers. Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, Samuel Goldwyn Jr., Peter Weir, and Duncan Henderson, producers. Mystic River, Robert Lorenz, Judy C. Hoyt, and Clint Eastwood, producers. Seabiscuit, Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, and Gary Ross, producers. And the Oscar goes to... It's a clean sweep. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Barry M. Osborne, Peter Jackson, and Fran Walsh, producers.
This is the 11th Academy Award win tonight for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, tying the record for most wins with the films Titanic and Ben-Hur.
Bang that down the end there. So I'm just waiting for Fran to get her Oscar. There we go. Oh, this is just unbelievable, and I'm so honoured, touched and relieved that the Academy and the members of the Academy that have supported us have seen past the trolls and the wizards and the hobbits and are recognising fantasy this year. Fantasy is an F word that hopefully the 5-second delay won't do anything with. I just want to say a very few quick words, especially to the people of New Zealand and the government of New Zealand and the city councils and everybody who's supported us the length and breadth of the country. Billy Crystal's welcome to come and make a film in New Zealand anytime he wants. A special thanks to Peter Nelson and Ken Cammons, who were with me right from the days of Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, which were wisely overlooked by the Academy at that time. And I especially want to pay tribute to our wonderful producer Barry Osborne, and I'd please like him to say a few words.
It's a great honor to be here. I started out in the business 35 years ago getting people coffee. And I wonder if the fact that I dated Billy Crystal's cousin so many years ago has anything to do with this. I don't know. But it is really a great pleasure to be in such great company. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. To be nominated with these four other great films, and after these many years, to receive this award is really a thrill for all of us, and we all thank the Academy. It's really a tribute to the talents of all the people, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, that we win this award. I want to thank, in particular, my partner Carol, my beautiful daughter Danielle, and my 87-year-old dad, who's out there in the back somewhere, here to celebrate this with us. I want to thank also J.R.R. Tolkien and also the fans that supported us on this journey. And of course, Bob Shea and Michael Lynn, whose courageous venture allowed us to make this film, and their support throughout the journey. And Mark Ordesky, who worked alongside of us throughout and became a great great friend, sorry. And of course to Peter Jackson, who was never satisfied with 100%, but by his example of pushing for 110%, he inspired all of us to do our utmost to make these films and bring them to the screen. And finally, to Weta, who is in Chicago, in Wellington, New Zealand, and to the production team who are in the Port Nicholson Yacht Club. It's time to celebrate.
The eye of the enemy is moving.
The end has come.
Every day, Frodo moves closer to Mordor.
How do we know Frodo is alive?
What does your heart tell you?
Come, Master. Come to Smeagol. This is your test. Every path you have trod through wilderness, through war, has led to this road.
The enemy will never let Aragorn come to the throne of Gondor.
It is time. Give him the sword of the king.
Become who you were born to be.
The precious will be ours.
He means to murder us! Never!
I'm not sending him away. Come to me.
The order's set. The pieces are moving.
He is here.
We come to it at last.
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. day may come when the courage of man fails. When we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day.
Whatever happens, stay with me.
This day, we fight!
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
We shall see the Shire again.
You gave away your life's grace. I cannot protect you anymore.
We cannot achieve victory through strength of arms. Not for ourselves.
But we can give Frodo a chance.
Dream.